What's up, guys? Well, we have found ourselves back in Arizona. Gilbert, to be exact, where the police are accused of lying about crime stats. And apparently, a former Gilbert councilman claims the police department manipulated crime stats 10 years ago. So it would be one of the safest cities in America. Current town leaders say that the town always followed the laws. If you know anything about government, you know seldom do they follow the laws. Also, I'd like to note like 87% of people that watch his videos are not subscribed to the channel. Click the button and we'll move on. This is not Dave Biscobing reporting. It's Austin Walker. He's going to tell you what's going on in Gilbert. Here we go.
New tonight, Arizona's family investigates bombshell allegations from a former Gilbert town councilman. He says for more than a decade, police intentionally falsified crime stats and town leaders knowingly misled the public to save face.
For years, Gilbert ranked as one of America's safest cities based on the FBI's Uniform Crime Reporting Program. But was it all a lie? Austin Walker has been looking into this story now for months. Austin, what did you learn?
Yeah, so these are some bold claims and a lot of things that changed what we all think about Gilbert. Now, people for 10 years say town leaders intentionally change the way emergency calls get reported. So it makes it seem there's less crime on their streets. And while there's no method, the method's no longer being used, critics say the damage is done.
In life, your reputation matters.
Absolutely, I do. I think that they had an entire image to keep up, and they didn't care who was victimized.
Gilbert, Arizona, a town known nationwide. The beauty found in its quiet family streets, endorsed by an impressive federal designation, one of the safest places to live. But some say it's all a lie.
The question is, are we as safe as we told the public we were? Police officers and the residents have suffered as a result.
Last month, former Councilman Bill Spence pulling back the curtain during public comment. Spence detailing a conversation he had with current town councilman Kenny Buckland, who used to be high up within Gilbert Police.
During these conversations, he made several concerning statements about Gilbert Police Department policies implemented by former Police Chief Tim Dorn.
Spence says Buckland told him a decade ago Gilbert Police changed crime reporting protocol, designating a new priority for calls for service.
In reference to Chief Dorn, he said he fudged numbers.
The change was called Priority Zero.
And he specifically talked about bank robberies, injury collisions were the ones that he had cited that were specifically moved out of the highest priority into another priority.
Spence says Priority Zero is abnormal. Data is typically tracked Priority 1 through 4, and when calls got moved, you could see the difference.
We had 15,000 emergency calls for service. Simply by manipulating the numbers and establishing a priority zero, we took 14,500 calls and moved them into a different priority, leaving only 500 calls for our most severe calls for service.
Out of 15,000 calls, 14,500 were not swept under the rug, but they were reclassified so it would look like Gilbert was saved. No. The minute a report goes into the system, it should automatically go to the FBI so the FBI knows what's going on. They're the ones that report it. I'm just saying.
The new numbers sent to the FBI, creating a resounding designation as the 2022 second safest city in America.
Well, in that specific instance, it took our reported response times from 6 minutes and 31 seconds down to under 4 minutes. By doing nothing.
Wow. From 6 minutes to 4 minutes. That's really no. When seconds matter, law enforcement are always minutes away. Just remember that.
But changing the database.
Spence says the town's newfound reputation came at a cost. With less crime comes fewer officers, but it's all based on bad numbers.
Yeah, I believe I have the right to respond to something.
Councilman Buckland responding to these claims, saying the town has always followed the law.
We're talking 12, 13 years ago.
The town has not always followed the law. Government seldom follows the law.
It is true that the former chief did not listen to the Corona Solutions software, what it recommended. And it is true that he went a different direction and created a Priority Zero. And it is true that I fought with him over that because I thought that was compromising public safety, our officers, and this public.
He says this wasn't corruption, and since taking office, he's pushed to improve officer staffing.
If it wasn't corruption, what was it?
I called Buckland and left a message. Receiving this text message, backing up the...
Hi, Austin. I have no interest in publicly discussing a management decision made former chief who had a distinguished career in law enforcement of more than 40 years, as well as a distinguished military career where he served in war for our nation and led troops on the invasion of Iraq, to publicly debate one decision out of hundreds he made that I disagree with, one decision made more than a decade ago and that he had the right as a leader to make, is ridiculous. I'm disappointed this person would even make such a public display. It was not a matter of corruption as the citizen implied. The chief believed it was right. I had a different, almost like I said, opinion right there. Yes, no, it was a complete cover-up is what it was. Call it what you want.
The former chief's decision, turning down all requests for an interview. The town tells us this was a decision made 10 years ago, and its policies and procedures have evolved significantly. But for skeptics...
Then prove it. Here's one. Listen to this one.
Like Carissa Arnold.
I lost a lot of trust in town leadership here.
She says her family's safety was the price the town paid.
So my daughter was raped and harassed by a kid at her school. You know, I had been asked by the detective at least 3 times if we wanted to press charges against the guy who assaulted my daughter. And I come back and I never should have been asked that question. When you asked me the first time and I told you yes, that was all that you needed.
After Priority Zero went into effect, she believes there were fewer officers because of the changes, and the ones working were stretched too thin.
And for me, when I hear about the Priority Zero and how this comes into play, I feel like they needed to drop the case. They didn't have enough officers on staff to investigate it in the first place and to do what they needed to do.
We reached out to Gilbert Police, the department releasing this statement saying Gilbert remains one of the safest communities in the country, commending its most recent response times. I asked for an interview to go over the data and talk about the previous Priority Zero designation, the department denying my request.
Who's surprised by that? Nobody.
An image makes a lasting impact.
It matters today because the community was lied to.
Question for some:
Did we act on crime investigations? Did we patrol the way we needed to? Did we answer all the calls for service to the level that the town of Gilbert expect?
At what cost?
Yeah, so to read what Kenny Buckland sent me and that full statement from the town of Gilbert, it's on our website, azfamily.com. But a lot of information right there.
It's shocking to see the differential from just changing that designation to take crime response times down 2 minutes. What is the FBI saying? I know you reached out to them.
Yes, I've reached out to them, and again, we haven't heard back just yet. But again, the question that remains at this point really is, how can it change? And, you know, recently it just changed back to a different way of reporting it. So, you know, Priority Zero is gone at this point.
It recently changed back?
And you see the change again. So really there was a big dip when they changed the way they had the Priority Zero, and then now is going back. So the question is, how did this happen and why? And was it knowingly done for this reason?
And we heard that former council member ask, you know, were we patrolling the streets properly? Were we responding properly based on bad information? Is there any effort to go back and look at all those questions?
Yeah, I mean, I reached out to many about this, and obviously I reached out to Kenny Buckland.
Let me guess, no comment.
And I reached out to Gilbert Police to see if they had any other information now that we have this report together, and they did not want to talk any further. I assume we will be hearing from them later, potentially with some more information down the line. But to really further explain it again, it's kind of like a bucket. So these calls still came in. They just didn't go into this specific bucket that they always have been. They were just moved over here. It doesn't mean they just disappeared. They were still coming in a different way. So that's kind of the way I describe it. And if you have less calls coming in, it means you have less officers and the need for those as well. But the need was still there. It's just the bucket was moved.
Disingenuous for how the FBI compiled their crime stats for sure. So I'm very curious to see if there will be any fallout on that end of things.
We'll see.
Austin, great story, great report.
Yeah, great story, great reporting. If any official flat out refuses to do an interview with the media, they should be kicked to the curb. Yep. I'm starting to see a pattern with local, state, and federal government, are you? Who could have even guessed they would lie? Oh my God, I know, right? This should be a big flag for all departments across the nation. The real Gilbert goons. My opinion is, how long do the citizens keep this sick arm of law enforcement criminal enterprises as we see across the country. Even citizens in the country is being scammed by our government. Can't even trust the judicial system. Absolutely. It's all rigged in their favor. No tax, not the taxpayers countrywide. Absolutely. It's taking one thing to court. You're never going to win. Wait till you find out how many covered up incidents of rights violations you'll find the department is stinky. Never trust government, especially the police and judges. Corruption begins at municipal levels. Mesa needs to be inspected for the same thing. This is 100% what is currently happening in Albuquerque, New Mexico right now. Happening all over the country. Some are changing stats to show an increase in crime. That way they can fill more uniforms. Good job holding these corrupt officials accountable. Did they receive any federal funds due to fudge numbers? That's a problem. Yes, absolutely they do. Arizona again. Shocker. Yes. I know, right? Anyway, that's where we're at with this one. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Also, again, I don't know, 87% of people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. Click the button and we'll move along. Let me know what you think about this one. I'm out. Also, note the two females standing outside while the males are inside. Anyway, I'm out.